Hello friends, it's Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. I am doing a little bit of a craft with me, I guess you could call it. So I'm also going to put this in my series of challenging myself to use things that I don't use. I've only made, I think this is my third bead dangle I've ever made. I made two for journals before that I included with two journals that I sold. This one I made this morning on Maria's channel. We did a live. You know, we do a live every Saturday morning at 7:30 a.m. Usually, sometimes we miss one, but this one I did this morning, and it still looks like it's. I was struggling a bit because I haven't done this in a while, and you know, when you do something all the time, you get used to it, and it gets easier and easier usually, right? But I haven't done this in a while, so you know, there are challenges to making bead dangles. You have to be able to see them and see the little bits and pieces that you're putting together, and then you have to be able to grab them and, you know how to put them together and things like that. So this one needs a little tightening, I see. But basically what this video is going to be is me making some more. I wanted to just do a little craft with me for my channel since I did that one on Maria's channel this morning. So if you want to see the one with me and Maria, just go over to Maria's Miscellany. And that was this morning, Saturday morning at 7:30 a.m. So this video will probably go up tomorrow and Sunday, but it's going to be my Saturday craft with me and added to my challenge, like I said, using things I don't use, which I've done a few videos in that series. And I'm just trying to squeeze this jump ring together real quick, because if you don't get that connection, your bead will come off, which happened to me several times here. So I'm not an expert. I'm just, like I said, using things I don't use. So beads, you know, I do use them in different capacities, making paper clips and things. I also made these two this morning. I made this little bead dangle to put like on a, you can hang it from a paper clip, you can hang it from a coilless pin, you can hang it from a bulb pin, and then pin it onto your trim in your journals on a journal page, you know, as a little charm or a bead dangle type thing. So it's tiny, but it is pretty. Got blue bead on there, a couple little silver beads, and a pearl bead, and it is on an eye pin with a little jump ring to hang off of a pin. So that one's ready to go. This one I received a bunch of kind of jewelry that has been taken apart, it looked like, in Happy Mail, and this was a piece here. It was already on this lobster claw clasp, and it had this little tag hanging, like you could picture this hanging on a piece of jewelry, right? This little metal tag. I thought it was so cute, and I just added this little clear bead here, also probably from broken jewelry. I just thought it was so pretty. It already had a little kind of loop on, tiny loop on the end. I didn't even know if it would fit on here, but I did get it over. I opened up this little jump ring and got it on there, and there it is. Just a cute little thing I can hang. Also a jump ring. I don't need a lobster claw clasp. I can open that up and hang that onto a, you know, or put it through here. If it's a coilless pin or paper clip or anything I want to hang this from, that's ready to go. So those three are ready. I'm going to put those to the side over here and see if I can make a few more. I just pulled out, I have all these beads. This is my like jewelry that I received in Happy Mail, and some of my own beads I think I put in here just now because I'm trying to gather them all together in one spot so I can work with them, right? I have this here just in case I need something from here, but these beads are, let's see, this is a bead dangle ready to go. Most of these are ready to go in here in this particular organizer. There are some things I could take apart. This is a pair of earrings that I bought actually to sell in my Etsy, and then when I noticed when I got home, this little clasp was there. It's a vintage earring And this is one of those clasps that go like this, kind of clamp down on your ear. But when I got it home, I didn't notice until I got home that the other one on the other earring, this one's nice and tight and this one would work, but the other one was loose and the hinge was very loose or broken or something, so it wasn't going to clasp onto anyone's ear. So I've been taking it apart and just using these. There's all these little bead dangles on here from, you know, all different sizes, so really neat thing to take apart and use. So I've been doing that for different things that I need beads for. So I have that here. I have, I don't have a lot of, you know, things that people use when they do this on a regular basis, and they're really like expert bead dangle makers. But I have a few jump rings. I just used a bunch on that one I made this morning, so I don't have hardly any left. I do have a bunch of eye pins. I have a bunch of all these lobster claw clasps. I think I got most or all of those in Happy Mail. These I purchased myself. These are from jewelry that I took apart, I believe from a thrift store. And these are also, I got at a thrift store and like in a bag of, you know how at a thrift store you'll get a bag of who knows what in a bag, you know, just miscellaneous items sometimes. And these little brown beads I got in there, they're just neutral. So they're, you know, in brown, so they're good for vintage. These are from some of these are from a charm bracelet and broken jewelry. There's a little pin in here. Just little pieces I picked up. Most of them are from a thrift store. The perfect thing if you ever find a charm bracelet for really cheap. Like I got one for like $1 and it had like 10 charms on there. That was awesome, right? 10 charms for $1. Plus you have the links from the bracelet. Here's some little earrings that are actually really thin wire that I can use for a charm. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what else do I have here. In the way of, I just have some other odds and ends here. All my little, these are my coilless pins, some charms. There are some little pearl beads that are on a string that I can take off the string if I want to put them on a pin or something right here. These right here in this corner. I don't know if you can see through this, but I think you can. And these are my pins, bulb pins, safety pins. There's some whatchamajiggers in here. Some key charms and some other key charms here. I have a little category here of saving these for a recipe journal when I get around to making one, but there's some little recipe related charms, measuring cup and things like that. So anyway, let's get down to business. Let's make something. So I had these separate from all of my other charms and stuff. I had these in my closet and I remember I had them this morning. So I went and got them, and I want to, you know, they're really actually very neat. They're wood beads, and they're all neutral colors. So what better color to, you know, put with a vintage, you know, neutral colored journal. This is a little, I pulled this out because it's so cute. I don't know if I'll get to use it anytime soon, but I can put this with one of my journals. It's a little teapot. So cute, right? I'm gonna put that over there. So let's see what, if I pull out an eye pin, what can I do with these wooden beads? Will they even stay on here? I can put a base on, because usually you put a base on, and I don't have any bead caps, so that's what I mean when I say I don't have everything that a jewelry maker would use. So let's just put one of these on here and see. Okay, it fits as a base. And you can't fit too many things on here, so that's why these are bead dangles that you hang from a pin or something. I'm probably going to use a lobster claw clasp on the end because I don't, like I said, don't have too many more jump rings. I need to get some more. I've got a gold one. I've got all different sizes of these lobster claw clasps. Let me see if I can find a smaller one here. Here's a little tiny one there. It's silver. So I've got a round bead on there. Let's see, anything that we want to put in between the wood beads, that would be cool. Here is a couple of, these are stuck together, like amber colored beads. Well, here's a wood bead over here in my box. It's square, isn't that cute? That's one thing, is it's hard to hold on to these sometimes. I was trying to see if I could put something in between the wood beads though. I don't know if I actually have anything to put in between them except for maybe a colored bead. So let me see. silver. I've got this stone looking one here. That would be a different color. And let me just look at my colors real quick. What about one of these little shiny ones I just showed you? These little like bronze looking ones in between, so you have some like little bling inside the wood, in between the wood. Let me make sure this little one's not going to come off of here. It's trying to come off, so I'm going to be careful there. Okay, I wonder if I should put this one on the bottom. This little blingy one on the bottom, and then the wood one, and then another blingy one. Oh, here's a gold one, or what color is this? This has a loop on the top though, so I don't need that. I can't use that right now. Let's see, what else here? Here's a silver one. Let me see what that looks like. And now another wood piece. I wonder what this flower would look like right in the middle here. No, I think it's too big. Okay, so we've got brown. Let's do a lighter one here. This is smaller, but it's not that much lighter, but it's cool. I like the different shape. That's neat. And then, so we need another bling now. Let's grab a blingy one. Here's a pearl one too. Let me see what the pearl looks like on here. We just might do all different ones on this one. Let me find the hole. Okay. There we go. So that one is, so you need some room to wind up your end there. So I'm going to put, I think, one more because I don't want too much to wind. I just want to make one little loop on the end. I don't want to have to wind it down more than one loop because that gets difficult. I just tried it and it wasn't fun. My loop tried to come out wonky. So there we go. That'll look cute. It's all different sizes and shapes and colors, and it's all neutral. So the tools I have out here right now are this like flat plier in case I need to grab onto something. It's good for grabbing onto you know, a jump ring or something, or even one of these eye pins. And I have my needle nose pliers, which is for, you know, making the loops. So let's see, I was watching Tracy Fox, and I've got her on my TV right now too, so I can sometimes I like to do that watch, because that's where I learned how to make a bead dangle, on her first bead dangle tutorial video. And so as a refresher, you know, I put her on. But see, I don't have my loop yet, so I need to keep this gripped into my needle nose pliers until I can wind it all the way around and have a little loop there. And I should, wait, hold on. I said I want to put on so the smart thing to do would be to put your lobster claw clasp on before you close your loop, right? Of course. So let's put our lobster claw clasp on there so we have something to attach it with when we're done. Okay, so back to our loop. And I want to get the very tip of these needle nose pliers in here so I can just make a small loop, you know, and close it up. So, and there we go. I think we've got it all the way around, possibly. Hold on, my lobster claw clasp is coming out of the loop. Okay, see what I mean? They're very, as Tracy would say, fiddly. But, you know, I'm not an expert, so kind of have to just play it by ear and work with this sometimes if you don't know, if you're not, you know, an expert. Kind of like rethinking it and relearning it since I haven't done it in a while also. Keeping things where you want them. But I want to do it more often so that I can remember how to do this, right? So I'm trying to keep my lobster claw clasp down there. and wind this little loop up at the same time and get a good closure on there so it's not going to come off. Let's see. I think I need to straighten it up. So I'm going to grab my flat pliers here and see if I can grab it and straighten it. Okay, it's straight. My little loop is closed, but I want to make sure it's closed. I mean, the tiniest gap, I've already had it happen this morning, where the tiniest gap and then my bead or whatever I have on there escapes, and you know, I'm back to the drawing board with getting my bead back on there. So that looks closed. I'm going to also take this and kind of flatten it out and make sure it's together, if you know what I mean. The where the loop meets the original straight piece of the eye pin. Okay, let's see how we did. So let's see how it's going to hang here. Let's see if it's going to hang properly and if we did it right. There we go. Yep. Okay, it's good. I think it's good. Okay, so here it is. Here's the first little piece, you know, the eye of the pin, this pin where it holds the beads on. We did our little loop here, and we put the lobster claw clasp on there, and it's all straight and it can move around. It's not like restricted from moving around or anything. I didn't make it too tight, I guess is what I'm saying. And now I have a little lobster claw clasp. I can open that up and clip it onto whatever, and it's ready to go. So that's cool. That is awesome. So I've got another one. So let's see if we can make a few more here, or a couple more at least, and see if I can get faster at this. I don't know if I can, but sometimes fast isn't the point. Okay, let's see. I've got these little tassels too, these little silver tassels I pulled out this morning. They were from Broken Jewelry. I received in Happy Mail. So let me get another eye pin here. The tassel, I kind of would like to put a tassel at the bottom. So if it hangs from a lobster claw clasp at the top, this would be down here. So I would need to put this on first. So I need to undo my little eye a little bit. Let's see if we can do that without, you know, major problem here of getting it back to, well, you know what you do when you're doing a jump ring, you move it to the side instead of undoing it. So let's see if I can move it to the side instead of trying to unloop it. Move it to the side a little bit, just enough. Well, that's a lot, but I can get my tassel on there. See? And then move it back in place. So I just moved it to the side and we're just moving it back in place. So now, if I need to, I'll get my other pliers to hold the pin, but we'll see if it works with just my hand holding it and this. Yes, it's back in place. Nice and flat and together like it was. Hopefully, let's see if everything looks like there's any escape route here. If there's an escape route, it'll find it. I learned that this morning. So I think it's together. Let's see if my fingernail fits in there. I just want to make sure there's no escape route for this tassel. There is a little bit of an escape route, so I'm going to try to get my needle nose plier in there and just tighten up that loop a little bit. Like wind it around a little bit more. Yeah, now I think there is no escape route. I'm going to take this one with the flat part on it and just squeeze it together a little bit, just to make sure everything is together as much as I can get it together. I'm squeezing pretty hard to make sure it's together. Okay, so there we go. I think we have it. I think we have it secure, except that my piece that I put on here, actually this moves around a little bit. I see. The loop that was already on this tassel moves up and down. So when I hang it, it actually exposes a little gap here because it pulls this loop out and exposes a little gap. So I'm going to need to wind that around too. So let's do that. I'm going to wind it around here and close it up. Close it up tight. No escaping. Okay, it's closed up, and it's I think it's actually overlapped a little bit, and I'm going to squeeze it with these pliers. This little jewelry pliers set I bought in a set of 3. There's another one here, the wire cutters here also. These, I think I bought this set at Walmart. I think they have it on Amazon, but they have it at Walmart too. So either place you can get a little set like this. And they're not very, they're pretty inexpensive. I think around $10 or less or something like that. So I don't remember. I bought them quite a while ago now, a couple years ago. But yeah, I think it is closed up now. Okay, we can move on to something else. Now this is silver. So I can work at the wood beads, or I can look for other things. Let me see what else I have here that would go with this. There's a big piece of jewelry here. That's kind of interesting on top of the fringe, but it's loose. I mean, may need to save that for something else. It's a piece from Broken Jewelry that I received in Happy Mail. Let's see. I've got the weirdest things in here. I've got a spring in here. It was in the bag of jewelry. I wonder what that looks like. It's got a loop on the end too, so that would be neat to use as the end to put, a pin on or something to hang something from. Let's see what else I have in here. Some more lobster claw clasps. I'm trying to organize those, all the little ones over here. So let's put on here some more of the, trying to see what I have. I've got these right here. These will be pretty. Right here are these little blue ones, so I need to do something with those. So let's use some of these. These will look really pretty with the silver tassel. This is a wire bead, or a bead with wire wrapped around it inside the bead. You know what I mean? It's not on the outside. It's like in the bead. So really pretty. Here's a silver bead. Definitely need to use these. These are pretty. Some of them I've had to I try to put it on and it won't go on one way. So let's try the other side. Will it go on this way? So I don't know where this bead came from, but it seems like the hole is blocked. So let's put that one to the side and try another one. This is a really pretty blue right here. There we go. All right, let me see something here. In between the blue, let me put a silver one because I've got all these silver ones right here. Seems like you need some kind of or I like to see some type of different color in between the same colors. You know what I mean? So my flower just fell off. That is typical of my jewelry making. Learning. It's a learning process. Tracy makes it look so easy. Where is the hole? There it is. Okay, see, that looks better with the silver in between. I don't want to drop it off again, but there we go. Now let's put another silver one on there. See, they fill up, these little eye pins fill up pretty quickly, and then you have, before you know it, you have a bead dangle. And this is going to be a pretty one. Look how that looks. just using up stuff I have, you know. Didn't buy anything new for this. Here's a little tiny one. Let's try that one. That would be pretty, I think. And are we done? You know what, maybe I'll save that one for the top, that tiny one. And put another, let's put another bigger one here. Oh, here's a, what is this? It's like a little flat one. Let's see if we can get that on here. It's kind of really pretty deep royal blue. Is it heart-shaped? Oh, it is. Cool. Oh, isn't that nice? Awesome. That is cute. And then this little one on the top maybe. Let's see how that looks. And then we're ready to make our little, hopefully we left enough room. We might have to take that little one off if we don't have enough room to make our little loop at the top. Let me see. I don't think we do. I don't think we're going to be able to have that one at the top. I would really like it though. Let's try it. Let's go for it. If it doesn't, if we can't get our loop, I'll just unloop it and take it off. But I would really like to leave it on there. Okay. I'll push down tight. And I hold on to it so I don't drop this and everything comes falling off. Okay, I got my needle nose pliers here. I'm going to grab it with the very tip so we can make a small loop, except I need my lobster claw clasp on here. Hold on. They are right here. I'm going to do a silver one, a tiny silver one. Oh. This will help us know if we're going to have enough room to do a... I really don't think it's going to fit this little bead. I'm sorry. You have to go. You have to go. We don't have enough room for everybody. We'll put you on the next one. That heart, though, I really, after I put that on there, I was like, wow, that is really cool. So I'm going to start my loop this time and see if we could do this in a more organized fashion. Start turning. I'm holding everything down here, okay, all my beads so they don't come popping off. Start turning my little loop on the end, but before I close it, I need to make sure my lobster claw clasp is where it's supposed to be. Grab again my loop, looping around my lobster claw clasp, and it's not quite closed, so I'm going to grab it again. The very tip, because that's the smallest part of these needle nose pliers, and wrap it around some more and try to. Is it closed? It is pretty much closed. I just want to make sure it's, you know, no escape route again. Okay, any escape route? Let's see. I don't see one, but oh, yes, I do see one. Okay, yeah, I do see a little bit of one here. When I pull it down real tight, I see a little bit of escape route, so I'm going to get my pliers back in there, see if I can wind it around anymore. It's hard. It's a little hard to get your pliers in there with the lobster claw clasp on there, but that's how I want to do it. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but that's how I'm doing it. A little bit more. There we go. Now I've got it pretty tight. Do I see a gap? Yes, I still see a gap. Wow. It's like you have to hold it up to the light and look in between the wires. And I still see a little bit of a gap there. So I'm just grabbing the very tip, grabbing it with the very tip of this needle nose plier. And it's just that it's hard to get in there. It's hard to get in. And see, that other little bead would have never fit on here. Yeah, we had to take that off. Okay, I'm gonna grab it. Let me see if I can grab it with these. Whoa, come back here. Sorry if that was loud. I'm gonna grab it with this and try to like flatten it a little bit so that it is flattened together and no gap. That might take care of the gap, any gaps. I'm pushing kind of hard to get the gap, make sure everything's together as much as I can get it, because you know, these are going to be for my journals and I want them not to come apart when someone gets them in their gets one in their journal, you know. So do I have it together now? I'm turning it around to see it from all angles in the light, and it looks like it might be together. It's pretty much together. I think it'll be hanging like this. Okay, isn't that pretty? Do you love it? That's what it looks like here. You can see it. And that's just, you know, broken jewelry. The beads that I had, I didn't buy any bead caps. Like, I was like, oh, I don't have any bead caps. Can I make this? Do I need to go get some bead caps? You know, I was all kind of worried about it. Not worried, but, you know, like, I literally looked for bead caps at Walmart and I couldn't find any. So I'm glad I didn't find any now, because this is perfectly fine and perfectly pretty. So let's see if we can get another one done here. Have a little bit of time. It's Saturday, like I said, and I have to go grocery shopping. And so I'll show you what we did when I get done. We get done today. Let's see, we did that one. Did we just do 2 so far? I think so. Okay, let's do another. Let's see. We did a wooden and a blue. Let's, I like both of them, so it could be either one. Is there anything we can do with these flower buttons? These are so cute, but I think that, you know, we could do something with these. Let's do something with these. Let me try. Well, I mean, this is in my beads. That's why I'm pulling it out. I have these little hooks I could do something with. These came in one of those bags at Goodwill where, you know, a bunch of stuff was in there, and these were in there, these little hooks. They're the ones that like open up right here. So anything I can get on here, I can hang from here. You know what I mean? Or I could get, I can't fit one of those on there, but, you know, anything like, you know, I can hang a bead dangle from here. I could put that on there instead of a lobster claw clasp, something like that. So, let's see. What was I just going to do here? I was going to grab I had the flower, and I was going to see if I can grab a pin. And you know what? I have these little, these are from earrings. I just took off this morning a couple of earrings I took apart that I was working with on those other bead dangles. There were some beads on here, and this would be the perfect thing to put, maybe perfect thing, we'll see if it will wind around. This one I have, and then I have this one, a little silver one. Let's see how that fits on here. That goes around. Look at that. So does that do us any good? Let's see. If I put this on here, I'll have a loop. So what I could do is push this together. See how this was the hook from earring. So I can bend this back, possibly. This is just a pure experiment here. I have not done this or seen this done before, so I don't know. But then I can wrap this around this little loop that held the earring, and have a loop on here, possibly a hook per se, with this little hook from the hook wrapped around. Does that do us any good though? Because I'm going to have, well, I have my wire cutters here so I can cut something off if I need to. I have a hook. I used a piece of an earring. It looks like I'm making an earring. I can make earrings out of these. These are cute. These would be cute earrings. But that's not really what I want to do. So I don't know about that, because what am I going to do with it from here? I can make a little loop here. Okay, what I would do if I'm going to try to just using what I have and using things up, and I have this earring loop, so I have this little piece of wire here sticking out from where I wrapped that wire around. Let me cut that off because I don't want any little sharp pieces. Okay, so we have that wrapped around, and I have a loop there that I could hook something in, but I think I want some space in between. Let me mash this down, this what I just cut off, so it's maybe flat and not a sharp piece there, possibly, if that's possible. Like I said, I'm not a jewelry making expert, so just playing it by ear. Okay, smash together, smash together. Yeah, that's better. And then with this piece that's sticking up here, I want to make a little loop so that I can hook something on here. Like, you know what I'm going to put on here is one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and slip it over the end, these eye pins. Slip it over the end and wrap this around it so it's hooked together. Okay, so now we have a little dangle at, well, we'll decide if it's the bottom or the top in a second. Let me see if I can get this wrapped around tight here. Yep, yep. So it looks tight. There's another little sharp piece sticking out right here that I can cut off with the white wire cutters. Woo, that went flying. I heard it hit the wall or something over there. Yeah, one day I'll vacuum that up maybe if I can find it. Okay, so it can be like this, and we can put stuff up here, or it can be like this. A little something dangling from the top with other things down here. I guess it'll be easiest to leave it like this, but say you were making a little thing for your glue bottle or something, you might want something hanging from the top there and other things then hanging from that loop, but that's a whole other video. So let's put some things on here. So we have a wood piece on the bottom. Let's get a piece of our bronze bling here, I'm going to call it, I guess. Bronze bling next. And then a wooden piece. This is light, so, and this is dark. So let's get a dark piece. Let me see, I've got some stuff under my organizer. Dark, or let's do light next. We've got dark, light, here's light. Oh, let's do a different shape. Here's a light, it's different shaped. Okay, now a bling. See, they get done pretty quick because you can't fit a lot on here. So then, see what happens? Oh, you can tell I'm not an expert. Good thing they go back on quick, right? Okay, back together. What did I have on here? I had bling. I don't know what I had on here now. It all fell apart. Okay. There we go. Don't do it again, Sherry. Okay, and now we really only have room for probably one more, and then we're going to have to, just want to see if I have anything else. Here's a big piece of bling. And it's nice. Yeah, I like it. A big bead here, actually. Okay, lobster claw clasp. Let's get a, do I have a gold one out here? Here's a gold one. Let's do this gold one on the top of this one. Tiny holes. There we go. And so yeah, this will be our last one, but super fun, really. And it's just something, I think, once you keep working with it, you get used to what you need to do, and, like, you know, get better at holding the beads on here and how to hold it and how to turn the little thing on the end, and, you know, maybe get more creative with it and just use up your beads, you know. instead of letting them sit in an organizer or in a box or a bag or whatever you have them in. Okay, I'm going to hold these down. I want to hold these down here so that I'm not pushing them up, so I have room to make this loop. Okay. This is not cutting it, it's just my pliers are coming off the end there when I'm trying to, because I'm grabbing it with a really narrow part of this end. I want as small a loop as I can get, as small as a loop as I can get. So it's almost there. I just need to see if I can close it up a little bit more. Awesome. I think it looks closed, very closed actually. So let me flatten it out again, or not again, but let me flatten this one out. I flattened the other one out, kind of like, because it's twisted a little bit. I'm going to flatten it out. I want to keep my lobster claw clasp on the end so it doesn't get into the wrong position. Flatten it out. I do have a little gap there, so let me see if I can close it. See, I'm holding my beads down so I can see if there is a gap. And there is a little bit of a gap. So let's get this back in there. Close it up some more. It's really funny how you think your gap is closed, and then as you turn it around you see, oh, there is a gap there. Okay. All right, I think I got it. So another pretty one. This is so cute, right? Look at the little flower on the end, and then the beads, all different cute little beads, and that would be super cute hanging somewhere from the outside or the inside of a journal, really, you know, or wherever on your, you could hang it on your little blue bottle. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Here's the 3 we made. We make 3, yeah, we made 3. So awesome, right? All very pretty. Didn't buy anything new, just used what I had, what I received in Happy Mail. And you know, the wooden beads I had bought a while ago, not for even for my junk journals. They were for, I made some necklaces, like kind of like natural looking, almost like, I would say boho related, but not boho. It wasn't, it was just for, I made one for my niece, and you know, wasn't anything junk journal related, so I just had them, but I'm not using them, so why not get them out and use them? And so there you go. I have some other things I want to do with beads and paper clips and things, all different, you know, whatever, safety pins and things. So I'll be back to use more beads, but this is a good start on just having these ready and using what I have to have things ready for when I make a journal. I can look through bead dangles that I already have ready, right? That's cool. All right, thanks for watching. It was super fun, and I love having them. I love them. Thanks a lot for watching. Happy crafting. See you next time.